What's going on? So this thing's giving me more problems. Went to drive it the other day and it was just like, yeah, guess what? Idle issue. So we're gonna pull it all apart. Do the intake gasket, do the intake gaskets, clean the throttle body, clean the intake out, clean out the idle air control valve, probably replace the fuel pressure regulator, check some of the injectors. It's got like a weird rev hang and like, I don't know, we're just gonna fucking pull it apart, see if anything's fucked up, fix what I think it could be, and then see if it's good. So, start pulling this bitch apart. Also, we have 3 ZF transmissions now. Those 2 are John's. That one's mine. Got Draven's over there, and then Draven has another one somewhere. So we have 5 ZF transmissions here, which is really funny. So we're gonna make a TikTok about that, but let's pull this bitch apart and see what's cracking with fuck, stupid bug. Alright, so there's a few things that are concerning. The forward fuel line is only 6 months old and it's already, I don't know if you can see it, but it's already cracking. This is all cracked and gross. This is all gross. There's a whole bunch of buildup along here. All of these are, looks like these are the good ones that I put in, and the back, or the front half, the bad ones, and then this is starting to just split. And the vacuum line that goes off that to the intake looks worn out. It's all crustied up. There's a bunch of oil. Clean that too. Clean all this shit off. So everything's gonna get cleaned. Vacuum line's gonna get replaced. Probably gonna swap this fuel rail and a couple of these injectors. Do the seals on these injectors. Get a new fuel line. Probably just coat this thing in electrical tape. Clean that. And then I also want to reroute this. Just get rid of this thing because it doesn't need to be in here. Make this shorter so it hides it more. And then yeah, that's about it. So hopefully doing all that fixes my problem. Might clean in here because this is fucking disgusting. This is gross as fuck. This is gross. And then we'll see how it goes. Alright, now that everything's out. These are clearly a different color. All of these are broken. Seals aren't too bad yet. These back ones are still good. I have 2 more rails. So these have some good injectors on them. A couple of them are clogged. And then this one looks like the best out of the 3 for the regulator. It's a different style. It still has gas in it. So I'm gonna swap those around, put new injectors on the, put new seals on the injectors. This was gross, and it's all basically deteriorating from oil. But I have a brand new one I found in the bag. This I don't have a new one for. That's cracking all the shit, so it's just gonna get coated in tape. Might have to run and get a new piece of fuel line because I couldn't find any more fuel line. Then that's gonna get coated in the aluminum tape so it doesn't get hot again. This is obviously gonna get cleaned. This is gonna get cleaned. This is gonna get cleaned. Brake clean, mass airflow sensor cleaner, and then connection cleaner. Got all new intake gaskets. And I found a piece of vacuum line that's the same size as this, so you can get rid of this crusty one. And then clean this out because there's a bunch of oil in there. Throw it all back together and it should be good, hopefully, maybe. Start cleaning this stuff. Alright, I know these time lapses are getting long, but I cleaned this and wrapped it. It was only cracked in a few spots and like at the end, so it's double wrapped at the ends. Ran down the whole thing so it wouldn't mess up again. If you're really an E36 owner, you know everybody's done this. This is mostly cleaned out. I can't get the rest of that gunk out of there, but this flows now, the small one. So it was clogged. This had a lot of dust come out of it. I cleaned the fuck out of it with the mass airflow sensor cleaner. And this, I was gonna pause the time lapse and show you guys, but see that little flap in there? It wasn't even moving. If I did this, made no noise. So this thing was definitely stuck up. But it's good now. I cleaned this out. I mean, I did a little overboard cleaning this, but I know nobody's gonna see it, but I don't really care. So all those are good. And then I got all these new gaskets in, which actually sit up significantly higher than the old ones. So I'm assuming the old ones have never been replaced and this is gonna make an actual difference. I have this zip tied in because my forward clip broke. I know these pieces are cheap, but they always fucking break, so I just do this. Have one wrapped around it, have one wrapped through it. This is the one I cleaned up because it's not like broken or bad. This is that new one I had, brand new in the bag. New vacuum line for the fuel pressure regulator. Clean this out. I cleaned most of the oil out of the inside of here, so it looks a lot better. I haven't got over here to do anything yet, but this is loose, so I'm gonna figure that out because I can use this to like hold up the damn intake like it's supposed to be instead of just chilling like this, like, you know, somebody who put shit together wrong. I haven't found anything to do the stuff I want to with this yet, but I really want to cut this back to like here and then just flip this over and put it on there so it's just not in the way and this is not here, because like why the hell, you know. This is actually how my shit's held up. I'm gonna re-zip tie that. Nobody talk about it. We're just gonna move on. I do have some crap down in there. I don't know if it's gonna focus on that or if you can see it. So I'm gonna air hose those out real quick and like clean the head off before I put the intake back on. In the opposite order of that. I'm gonna clean this and super glue that all down so it stays. And oh, I found everything I need to put that in besides a fucking back half the drive shaft. I got a brand new one of these. I got a brand new flywheel, or not flywheel. I have a pressure plate and a clutch disc. So I use my old flywheel because it's a single mass. I have a brand new throwout bearing and a pilot bearing from FCP. And yeah, so like everything else is fine. So yeah. I'm doing something a little extra. I haven't gone through these yet, but this looking like the best one. I cleaned it, did a light sand on it, but there is some spots that are like starting to rust. A few in here, and if this is my best one, I want it to stay my best one. So I'm just gonna hit it with a couple coats of paint real quick. I don't have black, but John left this here. Oh, I do have black. I don't really want to put this on there though. Put some engine paint on there if it's gonna get hot. So I'm gonna put this on and then heat gun it so it dries quick, throw it in the car. And then I'm gonna go through all these, clean all these, figure out which ones are the best. I'm thinking these back three, and then this one, this one and this one look the best out of all of them. I had a bag of more, but I don't know where they went. I had 12 spares. They're not in this. It's my little thing I took to the track. So they gotta be somewhere in here. I got boxes on boxes of random shit. Are they in there? No. I'll find them eventually. I'm not worried right now. I'll get the best ones out of here, put the new O-rings on them, and put them in the car. They'll be good for now. I'll clean them up. Maybe I'll tape these off and paint these things too, because these are getting rusty on a couple of the ones I want to use. So, spray this down. Find something to loop that coolant line. Clean the engine bay up a little bit. And then I'll have all brand new parts in there. So, we'll get after this. Okay, there's 3 coats on this. I know if you look close, it doesn't look that good. I probably should have cleaned it a little bit better before I sprayed it. But it's going to sit underneath the cover. I just don't want it to rust. So it is what it is. I think it looks pretty good in comparison. Like, which one did I have in there? This one. You're going to tell me that don't look better than the black. So I heat gunned it. I'm going to let it dry some more. I need to take a break and get some food. And then come back and rip all these out, go through them, clean them, see which ones look the best. I might paint those too, just to do it. Because, like I said, there's some crusty ones. This one I'm not going to use, because, like, what the hell is all that? I don't even know. It's just gunk. Just shit. I don't want to risk it. But a couple of these look pretty good. And none of these ones are broken. Like, all these have broken ends. So, I'll pick the goodest ones. Make a full set, but I'm gonna go get some food, so you won't feel like an intermission, but I'll have an intermission. Be right back. Hang on, it's Chris Fix here. This is fixed. Shove that down in there. Pressure washed everything. I don't know what the hell is sitting down in there. Got the new injectors, new O-rings. So, put this thing back together, and hopefully it's good now. I also painted that for no reason at all, because nobody's gonna see it. Okay. Got that down all back together. Can't even see the fuel rail I painted because it's up underneath here. I put heat tape on this so it won't break again, hopefully, except for that one spot that broke the heat tape already. Hold that so I can start it, please. Oh, that's enough. She still hasn't diswired, but I think I needed new plugs. I haven't done the plugs in a minute. Boop, boop. I ain't gonna record doing plugs. Should have time lapse putting this thing back together, but it doesn't rev hang anymore, so sick. Using my shitty front camera, but it's all done now. It's good now. I don't know if something needed to be cleaned out. I need to run for a minute or what, but swapped spark plugs, and it was still misfiring super bad. I mean, there was water in the back 2 cylinders like there fucking always is, but I cleaned it all out, swapped spark plugs, and let it run for a minute, and it was like misfiring on fucking revving up super bad. So I just let it run, kept revving it. I checked with the screwdriver to my ear all the injectors. They're all hitting the exact same. So I just let it run for a while, revved it a few times, and now it's done. Now it's good. It's idling fine, it's revving fine. My rev hang issue isn't there anymore. My high idle issue isn't there anymore. So everything's fixed. I did pull another stud out of my valve cover. So I'm going to be switching over to the one sitting on my wall. That one. I'm gonna paint it, put all new studs in, some Loctite and shit. That is the original one that I had. I'm gonna pull all the studs out of that one, slap them onto that one. That one's just like the communal spare at this point, but that one's already sandblasted, and I kind of liked the color that I did for the fuel rail and stuff, like this color. So I think I'm just gonna start painting all my engine components this color. So I'll paint that next, and yeah. Now, big mess that I'm gonna ignore until tomorrow. Car's good. I got a tarp up underneath the hood because I don't want to deal with bullshit. It's gonna rain tomorrow, so I don't have to go anywhere really. It's gonna chill. But yeah. Flip. Thanks for watching. I know that none of this probably helped because I didn't explain much. It's not really a tutorial, it's just me doing stuff. So, thanks for watching. Okay, love you, bye. Alright, we're not done. I lied, it's not over. This will be like the third not done part of the video. Still have a ghost misfire. It's not changing cylinders. It's cylinder 5, but it's random and it's for no reason. If what I'm doing right now doesn't fix it, I'm going to swap the other injector on 5 and just pull those gaskets off and put them on a different one. But I think part of the reason is the coil packs are not held down very well because I have pulled like 4 studs out of the valve cover. So I have another one, and I'm currently cleaning it up. There's a whole bunch of pitting on here. Luckily this had like a fuck ton. This is high fill primer already on it. So I'm going through ripping all these high spots down of the metal, like flaking up. You can see a couple pits in there. It is what it is. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just, you know, I'm going to do it until I feel satisfied with it. But there's a few spots like that nobody's going to see, but I'm going to file this flat. There's a few spots that are going to get filed flat that are sticking up like that and whatever else. So I'm doing this. I've got these, I got sandpaper, and then I'm going to paint it and then go get another gasket and put this bitch on. I'm also going to retap all these, and then I'm going to put just a little bit of JB Weld and put the studs in. Which is probably a bad idea if I ever strip these, but we're not going to think about that. And Draven has my other valve cover right now on that motor. So I'll probably just pull as many as I can off of that one, stick them into here, and then pull a couple off of the other one, stick them into here. We'll see how many I have, because there's only 3 in this one. So I'm going to get back to sanding and filing. I'm not going to worry too much about the inside. I know there's like, I'm particular about certain spots like this back one that no one's going to see. No one's really going to see this. No one's going to really see this. But I want it to look decent. So we're going through it. I got no shoes on. Dog's out. There's an ant on the floor. Bitch. Okay, first coat's on. Looks a lot better. You can still see, obviously, the big pits. I got that one filed back quite a bit. This is like deteriorating on that corner, but it's fine. But this is what I'm using, and now I'm out. So I'm gonna have to go get more for another coat, but I'm also have to pull the tap and die set. Pull the tap and die set out and figure out what thread it is and run all that once it's painted, because I'll just pull the paint out of the threads with that stuff. So, yeah. I'm gonna go get another can of paint and run another coat on this in a minute. Look at that. I know this valve cover isn't necessarily as smooth as the one that was in here, so I'm probably just gonna redo that one and swap this out again later. Like clean it all up the same way I just did this. I'll probably end up doing it with all 3 of them. Just hanging on the wall now. But all the studs are in there. It's all good. Let's end the video now. Thanks for watching. This is when it actually ends. But I don't really know what I'm going to do next to this car. Kind of don't really have a plan at the moment, but figure something out. So unless, well, actually, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. If I compression test this bitch and it's bad, it's coming out. That's all there is to it. So we're gonna find out. If I compression test it and it's bad and I can save it, like rebuild it, then I'll take it out and do that. And slap bearings and the one that Draven just pulled out, and throw it in there for the time being. And then I can build that one a little bit better that's in there, and then throw my ZF on and do all that fun stuff, and then, you know, car's 10 times better. I still don't know what's bent in the rear end. I still haven't swapped the diff out. Maybe that'll be the next video. I don't know. But thanks for watching. I'm sure this one was kind of sporadic and boring. So, have a good time. Love y'all.